I want to thank you for coming today to this historic event. I need to, first of all, introduce myself. My name is Michael Badnarik. I was elected president of the Continental Congress 2009, which convened between November 11th and November 22nd of last year. We're very fortunate to have the two other delegates to the Continental Congress. John Rowland was a fellow delegate right behind me, as well as John Bush. And John Bush is the organizer of Texans for Accountable Government, TAG.org. What is it? It's TAGtexas.org. And let me just say that I am very honored to have had the privilege of serving with these two gentlemen. They both know the Constitution, they are both passionate about your liberty, and they represented you very, very well in St. Charles, Illinois. So if you give them a huge round of applause. We also have Scott Payne from Marble Falls, who's going to be our minister this afternoon, and he'll be reading some words from the gospel and taking care of all of our music. I've got Bill Moses and Diana Moses, also from Marble Falls. They have supplied us with the flags that we have here for our ceremony today, and they are also personally responsible for printing and distributing several dozen copies of the Articles of Freedom. And finally, I want to thank Barbara Harless, who is the Texas State Coordinator for the Continental Congress. And I want to let you know that I know personally she has worked tirelessly prior to the Continental Congress and since then, trying to make this presentation a success. There are agendas or programs. Hopefully everybody's got a little two-page agenda so you can kind of follow along. At this moment in time, from border to border and shore to shore in every state, there are people like us gathered in the name of America and her Constitution. We may have different views on different issues, but when it comes to the Constitution, our calling is the same. We are the freedom keepers for the United States of America. We are the ones who are standing up now for our God-given Constitution and putting our focus on this above all else. We know that freedom is on the line in America. We know that America's soul is under attack. We are here today because we are ready, willing, and wanting to carry on the sacred trust left to us by our founding fathers and the patriots of old. We dedicate this day to them and send eternal gratitude to their memory and hope to follow their example, that we may be every bit as brave and determined and as illumined in our effort to guard and protect what they sacrificed their all to give us. What we are doing here today has nothing to do with politics. We are standing for our Constitution, for a system of governance that is not based on the whims of man, but on supreme law. Without that law, without the crowning jewel of the Constitution as our guiding star, we are rudderless, a rudderless ship riding a rogue wave with no shore in sight. We have plenty of examples to know that when men are able to charge, when human law, human control, and human authority usurp the supreme laws given to us, we know that there can be no good or lasting outcome. And we say, no more. Enough is enough. There is not a person, no matter what their views, who can look at the Articles of Freedom without knowing that they are significant, that their contents are serious and substantial. For many of our citizens waking up across America to a government they do not recognize, The Articles of Freedom speak the voice of hope in a world seemingly gone mad. It is fitting that these articles came forth through ordinary citizens, though we, the people, for what has happened in our government and what our country has happened because we have allowed it, and we are the only ones who can fix it and save it now. Today, in every state, at this very moment, the articles will be served on our elected officials with the expectation that the instructions they contain will be taken seriously, and through these we can find our way back to the Constitution. This ceremony is meant to honor God, our country, and our Constitution, to be a record of the conscious return of the people to fulfill their duty as citizens of America, to recognize our responsibility to ensure our Constitution is no longer trampled on, and to hold our elected officials accountable to that fulfillment. Today is also a call for help. We are reaching up for the assistance of divine providence more than ever before. May the Articles of Freedom be sealed in the heart of good. May the energy we give here today as one voice go forth and be amplified across the nation until millions are raised up to stand with and for the Constitution. So let us begin. I would like to invite Bill Moses to come up and lead us in prayer.